Hi, I'm back. Um, okay, we're back with another one. This is going to be a little longer. I'm excited because I'm going to actually do some painting, and yeah, I think I'm not gonna try and rush myself. I'll just if it's taking too long, I'll just start pausing it and clipping together little segments. But yeah, if you're new, I am painting Athena, and that's about all you need to know. Guys, great news. Okay. I have been so looking forward to reading Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's coming tomorrow. I got a hardcover and I'm gonna show it off. It's supposed to come tomorrow. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be pissed off. But I love, especially during the winter time, I love anything that's a little, just a hint spooky, you know? One of my brothers advised that I read Dracula because I'm a big, I don't know, I like vampires. But he thought that it would kind of match my vibe, and so yeah, I'm gonna definitely give it a read and I'll tell you how it is. But right now I need to take my mind from Dracula and put it back into Grecian antiquity when I'm painting Athena. And I always feel comfortable painting Athena. I've sketched her a couple times, I've painted her. I don't know why I have a connection with her. I think it began with art history, because to me Athena seemed like the most logical of all the Greek gods. And somehow that's reassuring, you know, because Kronos ate all his children, and Zeus, you never know what he's going to do or who he's going to hurt. Athena, though, she just seemed chill, you know? So I wanted to honor her with a painting, and a painting I will make. So let's get started. Let's start with pigments. What am I using? For this piece, I'm following Zorn's palette. So I have my crusty old tube of titanium white, and I'm gonna switch glasses because I need my long distance glasses now. They're much bigger. Okay, now I can see the phone. Okay, I have titanium white. I have, see, now that I don't have my short distance, guys, I'm blind. Okay, I have scarlet. Love this color. I have, I don't know what this says. It's like all dirty and I can't even see it. I don't care. It's a sort of red. And I have vermilion. I use vermilion all the time. Vermilion, okay, let's take a side step to talk about shadows. Shadows are really important to me. And I paint in pretty dark light because you don't have to paint in full light, in my opinion. A painting should illuminate no matter the light levels. I'll paint, you know, during the daytime, and that way I can get, if it's a colorful painting, you know, I'll paint under preferably north sun, you know, full north facing sun. And where was I going with this? Shadows. Vermilion mixed with ivory black makes the deepest, most beautiful, richest dark black, but without like it just being a void. It makes a rich color that I can't describe and I can't do justice. It's like chocolate brown if it was on crack, you know? It's like really, really nice color. I love it. It's like a deep mahogany. So vermilion, ivory black, OP combination, would recommend. Same goes with vermilion, titanium white. Why? Because titanium white actually has a slightly bluish tint. Counteract that with vermilion and you're good to go. You get a beautiful flesh tone. And then I have my Prussian blue. Can't escape Prussian blue, and I like it for just a little bit near the pupils, near the eyes. It just adds a haziness to the eyeball. I never paint eyeballs as white. They're never white in real life. They're always a gray because they're hid under the hood of our brow. So they're always receiving some sort of shadow. So they're actually kind of darker. You know, you're going to get your highlights closest to the apex of your nose, your cheekbones, and a little polish on the lips. Okay, Same is true when you're applying makeup. You know, you want to add those polishes. That's why we love to add contrast to the eye, so that your eyes pop. The white of your eye pops if you add that smoky eye, if you do kind of a little bit of a blue hue around it, whatever. So I'm gonna pause the video, I'm gonna get set up, and then I'm gonna paint. We're rolling. Okay, got my paint set up. These are my two crusty, dusty brushes that I love. They're epic. I haven't named them, but I will. Do people name their... I don't think people name their brushes. I feel like someone has named their brushes, though. How do I feel about that? Okay, we don't have time for opinions. Okay, these are two, and they're so dirty, I can't even read their names anymore. I wish I could recommend these brushes. I got them at a random art store. You probably will never find them, and it's good that you will never find them. Why? Because your brushes don't matter. They don't matter. You can paint with your fingers. You can paint with a peel of an orange. I don't care. The tools don't matter to the artist. I mean, they kind of do, okay? They kind of do. But you can paint with any brush. Look at this one. I mean, do you see it? It's dead. I've resurrected it. It's like really actually a bad brush. It's like burnt. It looks burnt. Who cares? You know, it's created some of the most beautiful... No, it really hasn't. It really hasn't. Okay. Yeah, maybe my paintings suck, okay? But it doesn't... Don't blame the brushes. You can do it no matter what. Okay, let's get to actually painting. All right, I'm doing like alla prima this session, right? What does that mean? I'm not using a lot of linseed oil. I'm not using a lot of paint thinner. I'm just doing it all in one session. I'm doing it all pigment. So I'm going to start with mixing a little titanium white, a little bit of my beautiful vermilion and scarlet, a little bit of my ivory black, and I'm getting a grayish flesh tone that you will not see because the light is so dim in here because it's atmosphere. Okay, here we go. All right, so the place I'm trying to tackle right now is her nose region. It's not looking the best, and you know, what I'm gonna do is I'll just start painting. And because I get self-conscious when people watch me paint, because then I overthink everything I do, I'm going to pause the video for a second, show you the progress, keep painting, pause it, and rinse and repeat. And yeah. Okay, see you in a second. Okay, I've decided to tell some stories while I'm painting, because why not? And the painting's coming along. It's fine. It just takes time. It just takes a lot of time. But okay, when did I start getting obsessed with oil painting? So I moved to the Midwest with my family about 13 years ago. And let's just say I wasn't stoked to move to Midwest, okay? It's kind of, I began to like it because it's really Southern Gothic. And if you know me, I like anything Gothic. So I like the trains, and I like the train tracks, and I like the weird noises, and the like snakes and stuff, and you know, it's fine. It has its moments, but I wasn't stoked to move to the Midwest, right? And you know, my mom and dad moved for business and stuff, and so one of the first places that I really felt comfortable in was this museum that we have in the city I'm near, and it's actually world renowned. It's really a beautiful, beautiful museum, and I remember seeing this museum has a reputation for having some Caravaggio pieces. So I remember seeing Caravaggio for the first time, and seeing St. John the Baptist for the first time, and you know, usually I don't get a lot out of religious paintings because not a huge fan, but this one was different, and the way that Caravaggio used chiaroscuro, and the way that he applied paint just made me want to pursue that for the rest of my life, you know. And I had the same sensation, oddly enough. They have a great collection of Van Gogh. So I saw his work. I saw him with Pissarro. I saw him with Paul Cézanne. That doesn't sound right. Cézanne. Paul Cézanne. I'm not European. I don't know how to pronounce the names. That's embarrassing. Now I'm embarrassed. Now I don't want to post this. Okay, I have to keep going. Okay, anyway. And especially Van Gogh, his, like, the way he almost painted in 3 dimensions because of how thick his paint was. I don't know, there was just something so architectonic about it, you know, and something so, and at this point, 13 years ago, I didn't know I was going to be pursuing architecture, right? And so I was just enraptured with it, and I thought, wow, maybe I could be a painter when I grow up. And, you know, fast forward to me nowadays, I just want to be both, you know, who doesn't want to be both? Why not be both? And, but I still have such a love for those 2 painters in particular, because they were kind of my first exposure to fine arts, and they comforted me when I really wanted to go back home, you know. I didn't really want to live here. And, but something about museums, and something about how calming they can be, and I don't know, they're almost like a sacred space in and of themselves. And so every major city I go to, I have to check out their museums. I have to check out their studios, and every time I do that, I feel like, I don't know, I'm reliving some of those earlier memories. So museums are very nostalgic to me. But the Midwest, it's grown on me, in part because of Ethel Cain. I'm not joking. Ethel Cain and Lana Del Rey, those 2 baddies, they got me through living in the Midwest. And it can be, I guess it can be beautiful, but it can be really lonely because it's just kind of empty. And I don't know, for a kid like me who is kind of outside of the norm, especially when I grew up knowing I wasn't, you know, I wasn't gonna date like my mom wanted or whatever. And I don't know, the Midwest can kind of be a hard place to grow up as a, I don't know, as a kid like that. And so painting, though, so many great artists are, you know, they're queer, or they have weird things in their history, and people don't care because they make great art, and, you know, they live on, and everyone likes that. And I don't know, sometimes I kind of feel like if I make beautiful paintings, it won't really matter in the long run. But guys, I'm getting, okay. I got way too deep, way too quickly. Let me keep painting. Okay. I've been at it for about 30 minutes, and I'm not tired. I'll probably keep painting after I end recording this. But I think the thing I like even more than oil painting, I find most comfort in sketching. I really do. So I'm definitely going to show off some sketches. Maybe we can do a sketch party, and you guys can just sit back and relax, and we can chat, and I'll sketch with you guys, and you guys can do homework or sleep, or, like, I don't know, sketch with me, make a meal. And that's my favorite. Mealtime with YouTube, that's like the introvert special. You just can't get better. It's like Netflix and chill without the other person, you know? So it's like, can't improve on that. But yeah, so whatever you're doing, I think it's time to say goodbye for now. I will be back here tomorrow, don't worry. And yeah, I look forward to it. I think I'm gonna work on the shadows some more, and her hand is looking a little crazy. I am going to pick up the phone so that you can look at her. Okay, there she is for now. And, you know, this area is what I'm concentrating on right now. This highlight, this huge highlight, down to kind of the bridge of your nose. I don't know. Okay, that's the one thing I need to do. I need to take an anatomy class, especially on the face, because I don't know, like, a lot of the bone structures. That's something I should know, and I don't. But I don't think anyone really cares that much. Okay, I will see you guys next time. Next time, I might have more light in the studio. These are getting kind of creepy. There's like one light on, but I like it that way, and I don't know why. I just do. So, yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.